All right, Shalom Yashala, call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Waharakak Wadash Barakathum. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. I came across a video that was pretty dope, man. It was Tucker Carlson, I believe, used to be the host of on Fox News. He had his little segment, but he's no longer there. And of course, Ice Cube. And something I acknowledged and also admired in this video, man, is keeping your integrity. Because when that pandemic had happened, a lot of people broke. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people broke under pressure, man. A lot of people froze up, didn't know what was coming next, but in this little excerpt, Cube, stayed 10 toes down. And the whole reasoning behind this lesson is, I believe I'll title it Particular Sects of Israel could have learned something from Cube, man, by staying 10 toes down, which, of course, here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, GMS, what do we tell Jake? Hey, man, believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, man. But Jake wanted to trust on E more than he did on the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, particular, guys were telling their congregation, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Nah, bro, do what you got to do in this society is for a brother who's scheduled to work and it's on the Shabbat, okay? The new moon. It's the Shabbat. It's the Sabbath, right? That's doing what you got to do. Knowing it's supposed to be a day of rest, but hey, we're in captivity. That's what you do. That's more of a cause of, hey, man, brothers got to do what they got to do. Not rolling up their sleeve, which a lot of y'all did, and you admitted to, a particular guy comes to mind. I believe Captain Tazariak, right, of ISUPK, and then I believe particular members from IUIC, I guess their heads, were telling, well, hey, you gotta, bro, there wasn't no faith mingle in there or nothing. You didn't say, hey, believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. None of that, bro. But here it is, Jake, who more than likely has gotten his consolation on his side. Hey, he stood 10 toes down. So I'm going to let this excerpt of this clip play. It's about 3 minutes, then I'm going to get some scriptures.
Why wouldn't you take the vax? You had a direct order to take it. You were told to take it.
Yeah. I'm not real good with direct orders, but on a whole nother note,
but it was a command. They told you. They couldn't have been clearer about it.
Yeah, it was pretty clear. Did you take it?
Of course not.
Yeah, no. It wasn't ready. It was 6 month, kind of rush job. And I didn't feel safe.
But they told you were safe.
I know what they said. I know what they said. And I heard them loud and clear. But it's not their decision. There's no repercussions if they're wrong. But I can get all the repercussions if they're wrong.
Was it a tough call for you?
No, it wasn't a tough call. I wanted it to be an example for my kids. Really make sure they didn't take it either. Show them that I wanted to stand on my convictions and that I was willing, to lose $9 million and more, because we've probably lost more, since then.
The idea is that people who stand on their convictions are heroes. They're brave. They have principles. They're the people we look to for inspiration. But in this case, with this decision and these principles, you were not hailed as a hero.
No.
You were attacked.
So why won't you get the vaccine, man? Hey, look, man, I'd just rather be myself
then take that vaccine like you other 3 billion bozos. I never told anyone not to get vaccinated publicly. That was never my message to the world. I didn't even want people to know whether I got vaccinated or not. I was pretty upset that that even came out because I was just gonna quietly, just not take it and deal with the consequences as they came.
Do you know anyone who was injured by the vaccine?
I do. And they suffer every day. And it's hard to watch. Suffering in silence is not the answer all the time. Sometimes you gotta let people know what's going on so you can actually move the needle. Choose to be vocal. If it's true, why can't I say it?
Well, you can't say it because it is true.
There it is. Now that's the problem with the world today.
There's no penalty for lying. No one's ever punished for lying. It's only telling the truth that gets you in trouble.
Ain't that something?
That's true.
Yeah, that is so true.
Hey, God had more integrity than a couple of these sects leaders, man. Okay? This is Romans chapter 8, verse 31. What shall we then say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? Okay? Not once through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. I'll be straight up, man. I don't believe brothers, I know, particular brothers, not wavering in faith or anything. That's not where I'm going with this statement, but more so, some brothers may have, been brought an ultimatum as far as their job situation. But you know what? The brothers prayed on it and called Halal Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Brothers didn't lose their job, man. Okay. They didn't lose their daily bread. Okay. Brothers went and followed the spirit accordingly and took up E's proper protocol if we didn't agree, which we didn't agree. And the Most High looked out for the Akyam, man. That's the spirit you're supposed to be in, man. Let me reread verse 31 again. What shall we then say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? Okay. They can design, they can prescribe all these things, but hey, the Most High is in charge, man. And how much faith do you have that he'll deliver you? Is really what you got to ask yourselves. Verse 32, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Like, bro, if the Lord has done all these miraculous things, where's your faith at, man? Where's your faith at? You have to have faith that hey, that the Most High, if the Most High was willing to give Yahushua up for the whole nation, you don't think something is small. But that, I will say this: that was a good test run, because we know when the MOTB comes, man, hey, it's gonna be super like do or die. Like a lot of people gonna starve out here. A lot of people gonna lose faith. A lot of people, hey, certain sects and hey, a lot of people gonna get potato chipped up, man. Just in all honesty, man. And call Halal Yahweh Shem Yahshua, for keeping brothers in the spirit of, hey, when these things come, man, we're gonna have to brace for it. There ain't gonna be no going so-called back to normal, because things ain't even back to normal now. Everything's just a weirdo type of atmosphere now. It's only gonna get worse before it gets better, man. But by getting worse means we're almost at the end, because this place is on its last. It's pinky toe, man. Okay. Verse 33. Who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? It is the Most High that justifieth. Okay. So the Most High is in charge, man. And Jake really forgot that. It really told their congregation to, hey, you got to do what you got to do, or well, I had these past illnesses. So it's E's word over the Most High's word is really what these particular leaders were saying. But here it is. Cube had enough balls to be like, nah, man, nah. And you know what? he had enough balls and he was more in the spirit. So like here, let me see. I believe it's 2 Corinthians. Where was I at? 2 verse 11, I think. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay? Basically saying, lest Esau outsmart us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. We're on to this. We're on to him, man. The jig is up. Okay? Q was always, he's always had that, rebellious spirit, because E wasn't right, from his early days of coming into the music biz, man. He's always had that spirit of, nah, bro, like, you know, basically, justice. Jake don't like to get done dirty, man, in any aspect, getting done dirty and then just suffering, that's basically what he was saying. He said, hey, suffering in silence. Hey, that's why the Lord set up the prophets through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. That's why the Most High offered up his only begotten son, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, man. Okay? So, yeah, so that suffering in silence, hey, it's only, for so long, and everybody through the spirits is being tested, man. But that pandemic, that was a huge test, man. And Tucker Carlson's ass, was being sarcastic and facetious, but you were commanded, because they know, the higher ups that may be, that was, Cube is an iconic figure, man, to Jake, and just people around, people who've grown up on his music and watched his cult classics and his blockbuster movies, man. He wasn't with that, and then how he was fervent for meeting with wanting to meet with Trump and trying to see if Jake can be even though we in captivity, man. The hell with E and the presidential settings, where they want to so-called meet with Jake or what have you. He called pushback from that. He called pushback from the juice. For the most part, hey, he's 10 toes down, and he kept his integrity, man. Can't say that for a lot of Jake today, man. And that's, through the spirit, I think that's pretty dope through the spirit, man. Because it's rare, man, because a lot of Jake is real coons and in the bootlicking, man. Okay? Man, I was, Salakia, I was just there. I'll get this one. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold on to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. So this is a perfect example. Hey, you're gonna serve the Most High, you're gonna serve your belly, man. You're gonna sell yourself short for something that E can freeze and easily take away. Damn devil can destroy you with a control alt delete to your damn account, man. And had the nerve to try to justify it on these little podcasts and these couch debates, man. Hey, y'all showed no integrity during that pandemic, man. I don't know what other sects who were out there through the spirit, but hey, we know through the spirit. Hate to say it, but hey, GMS was in the spirit, man. Here it is. He got Cube, ain't even in the truth. He was in the spirit. He had 10 toes down. Like, nah, man. I just ain't gonna work. I just ain't gonna eat. We understood, and we still understand to depend on the Lord, bro. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, man. Okay? You either gonna serve the Most High, or you're gonna face a crucial judgment, man. And those consequences are gonna be harsh, man. I was just here. Salakia. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay? So that person that he says who he knew, they suffer from that every day. Because why? Because that love, that love of your livelihood, man. Now, granted, you got to get your daily bread, but you had no faith. You had no faith, man. Now you suffering, and now you seeing all these cardiac arrests going around. Now I don't know the case with Bronny James, but that could be possible too. He had a cardiac arrest. The man Jake is 18, All-American, one of the best basketball players in the country, 18, doing a college workout. I had a cardiac arrest at 18. Now it does sound like the juice, but hey, who knows? He may have a heart condition, but it could be very well the juice, okay? Let me reread verse 10 again. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So you've erred from the faith. Now you gotta face the music, man. Because now you have nothing to rely on. Now you have no power to fall back on. And we understood, like, hey, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the Lord is going to, his servant shall eat, right? We through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we should be good, So that's something these sects could learn from a Jake who isn't even in the truth, even though through the spirit he knows he's an Israelite, because he used to, rock with some of the Muslims back in the day who knew that Jake, of course the Southern Kingdom is the lost tribe, but they didn't teach the full truth with also the Latino tribes, the northern tribes, your so-called Puerto Ricans, your so-called Mexicans, your so-called Native Americans. They're also a part of the 12 tribes, but Cube is aware that the so-called Negro is an Israelite. And he may have heard the full truth now. He's been around for some time, because he caught a little pushback from that too. But that's saying a lot, man, for someone who's not even of course, bringing it out and believing on Yahweh Shem Yahshua. The man stood 10 toes down, man. And had the balls to decline it, man. Like, nah, man, I ain't with that, So with that, Abaratazah, this is edifying. I thought it was just a good point and a good example of, hey, which once again, you may not like it. The apostles and elders have been great examples of how to navigate in this captivity, man, through the spirit. First and foremost, Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua with the holy book, the apostles and elders on down have been great examples, bro. Ain't no getting around it. Ain't no way of getting around it. But once again, call halal Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, Wahara Dash Brakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Achion pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquat out there listening. Shalom.